and my friends, welcome back to Sparkle Pixie. Today I am going to attempt to make a wind chime. My friend sent me this mold quite a few years ago now, and I tried to make it once, but I wasn't happy with the outcome. I wasn't really sure what I was doing, and anyway, I think I've got it figured out now. It actually came with a little instruction booklet, and I think I get it. So we will attempt it. We have the little ring for the top, and apparently these go like this, and you string all your wires through, and then it dangles off the bigger butterfly. And then these, and it comes with came with the beads and the wires and some thingies to make the chime sound. And then you can use these other little butterflies for additional little pieces. And then apparently this one hangs at the bottom. Why it has two-hole one hangs at the bottom, I don't know. But this is the one that hangs like down the middle. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush chameleons onto the big butterfly, a couple of different ones. Then for these I'm going to use various sparkles. I have some purples and pinks mixed out. Might also do a solid pink and a solid purple. And I have what do they call these? Ghost powder. These ones are chameleons. These ones are color shifting, I guess. I don't know. It's got a flash of blue in there. They all either seem to be blue, red, purple, green. Like, there's not a lot of pink ones. Like, the pink are basically red. That looks bluey purple to me. And all the ones I have don't have names on them. They just have numbers. So I have no idea what color they are. I have a little bit of white sparkle out just in case I want to put a white sparkle. And of course I have my white mica powder, my other pink. I have my two pinks. I think I like this one better, but we'll see. Maybe I want two different shades of pink. And I love that purple too. So my overall theme is pinky purple, because I love pink and purple. Get through a little bit of green in there. This one's kind of, this sparkle is like a pink. It's got a bit of a color shift to it, like pink, green, gold maybe, but it's very pretty. Before I mix up my resin, I should dust on my powder, but I am going to put my gloves on first, so I'll be right back. Okay, I've pulled out a few more colors, and I'm trying to figure out how many little dangly bits I need. So on this one, this is where the chime parts go, and and according to the instructions, it uses two holes here, somewhere there. And so there's 4 holes left plus the center, but the center goes through, one string goes straight through the center. So the center, this is the dangly bit off the center, and it connects to here, and that's how you hang it. And there's something in there. So there's that. So there's 4 in there, and I think 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in here. So I need 14 little dangly bits. They give me 9 plus the 2 butterflies. So that's 11. So I need 3 more. And now the next question is, do I want them all different? Do I want them all the same? Or do I want a few the same? Like, that's a good question. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 different colors. And they all, like, that's another pink and purple. I have 3 pinks, 2 purples, a white, a bunch of different sparkles. Wait, did I count these? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yes. And then these go on there. Okay. So I could possibly use everything. That would be fun. All right, let's use everything. Okay, then I will do powders in the 9 there, but I will mix that in with my resin, I think. I don't think I'm gonna, powders and glitter. I'll just mix those in with the resin. I'm not going to, what's the word? Brush it on. I'll do sparkles in this, and the bottom one, I think. These 2 will be sparkles. Well, actually, these 3 will be sparkles. So let me see how many sparkles do I have. What do I want? Choices! Do I want sparkles in some of these too? I think I do. I think I want 3 of these to be sparkles, 3 of them to be micas, and 3 to be these. So, okay, which means one of these has to be a mica, and these can be the ghostly pigments. Okay, I think I have a plan. At least I have a plan in my head. I don't know if I explained it so that you can understand it, but you'll see. You will see as I go. So let's take one of my brushes here, and we'll start by doing the chameleons on the big lady here, big butterfly. Now, where do I want to do? I think I want to do carefully in these bits here. And of course I go over. This brush is not solid. Like, it's very, oops, it's very floppy. Like, there's no solidness to it. This one is a little narrower and a little easier to get. Yeah, there we go. A little easier to get into there. So, whoop, my goodness, I am not coordinated today. So I'm probably going to put this on a fast forward for you so that I can take my time. And I will, of course, have to clean up after. I'm not sure. Yeah. Like, this looks so rich and lovely in there. And I think what I'm going to actually... I may have just made this more complicated for myself here. Because I'm going, I don't want, because this is going to be the top of a wind chime, you're going to see both sides of the butterfly. So I almost want to do these. I don't know, do I want to do, like, it's, the lines between are really thin, so do I want to do like a really thin layer of resin in here and then top it in clear so that you can see both sides? So like you're looking through the clear on the back side, but so you'll see what the resin is, right? Like, you know what I mean? That means 2 layers, and it means being very careful with those 2 layers. But you know what? I think I'm gonna have to do it. So I'm gonna dust this a little bit, and then, well, actually I'll just dust both sides in these thingies, and then I'm gonna just do up a little bit of resin, and I'm just gonna use this in the resin and try and get in these little spots. And it will be a pipette situation. Let's just put it that way. And that way, like, it won't, okay, like I wasn't wanting a really bold color anyway. Like, chameleons are going to be boldest and brightest when they are backed with black. That's just the way they are. It's the way they work. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna brush anymore. I think I'm gonna put this in the resin, and we'll just do little pipettes in little areas. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so yes, it won't be as bright as if I backed it in black, but if I back it in black, you're gonna have pretty butterfly on one side and flat black butterfly on the other side, which I don't really want. So I'm gonna mix up some resin. So I mixed up 3.5 ounces actually, because I'm going like, why was I mixing up just a little bit? Because I can actually, just because I only need a little bit for this doesn't mean I can't pour these guys. So that's what I did. So I have about 3.5 ounces mixed up, and I haven't put it through the bubble remover machine. I don't think I'm going to. And also I forgot to clean up. Forgot to clean up that little spot right there. Having a little bit of a frazzled day apparently. So let's just make sure we get the worst of this stuff off where it's not supposed to be. Okay, I think we're good for the moment. So I'm going to pour some resin into my little cups. Actually, let's put the powder in first to make it a little easier to stir. I may put all 4 of these in all 4 of these butterflies, but I'm going to start with the burgundy one over here, assuming I can pipe up enough out of these little things. Ooh. The pipette draws up like based on how far it is in the resin, you know, like, so if there's, keep drying up, keep it coming. Might be quicker, it would definitely be quicker not to use the pipette, but I feel like I have more control with the pipette, but I'm also, because I'm using such tiny amounts of resin here, it's not really pulling up much, so maybe I need to use a smaller pipette. I do have smaller pipettes. I'm going to try and get as much out of this one as I can first. Switch to smaller pipettes or just resort to trying to pour. I think I might trying to pour first. Okay, but give me a tool here so that we can get this where we want it. That looks good for those. Okay, so let's see if I can do the same thing over here. Only pour. And there's a bubble on top. I'm just gonna pop. Did it pop? It did not. There it went. Okay. Now pouring with my left hand. Probably not the way to do this and not make a mess. So I'm going to try with my right hand. And I'll just fill it very slowly. Whoops, it got over a little bit. Okay, that worked. And now I think I'm going to do the same on the lip. Oh, these little ones are going to be tricky. Tricky. Maybe just do a little drop in there. Actually, I'm probably going to fast forward this because this is going to take a very long time to complete, and I don't want to bore you to tears. Like I said, I want this to be chill. I don't want you to be bored, but you know, I'm kind of a chill person, so chill is good, but I don't want to bore you either, so I'll fast forward this and I'll see you when I'm done filling in all these little bits and pieces. Yeah, these little ones, it's really hard to get the resin right where you want it to be. Okay, let's see. These ones, I think I'm going to do the outside with these ones. I mean, maybe with my resin getting really thick, that's actually a good thing because it won't meld so much. That's as good as it's gonna get. My resin is getting very thick and I still have another ounce to go. And the rest of this, actually what I'm gonna do here, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put a little dot of that on the top, just so that I know what color it is, because it drives me nuts that these ones don't have real, well, this one actually has a name, but it is, what is it? Purplish, red, blue, green. Okay. And hopefully that will just stay on top like that, and then this one is this the bluey shift? That's the bluey shift. So let's put a little dollop of that on top. Okay. Where's the green shift? The green shift is right here. I'll put a little dollop of that on top. Hopefully I don't glue the lids together, but whatever. Okay, so I have, ooh, I have 2 ounces left to go. And are they as sticky? Oh yeah, they're getting sticky. All right, what do I do with them? What do I do? Quick, quick. Okay, that needs a little more. I'll put clear on that later. Well, actually, I will add this clear to it to fill it up. That should be fine. Let's put some sparkles in. Let's see. Now that I have this color scheme going, I'm going, maybe my pink purple doesn't work. This one will work. Does that work? No. Ugh. White, I guess. The white will do. Okay, let's see if we can stir this in quickly and get it in one of the thingies. Yeah, it's just, it's getting so sticky. And now we have this ounce left. So, let's see. This isn't quite. This is retracting. That's not great. And if holes in our butterflies. Well, those holes are okay. Those ones are supposed to be there. This one was not. Well, we'll have to do what we can do. So this one, let's see, I feel like my color palette has totally changed. Yeah, because that's way too red for pink and purple to go with it, right? Like, maybe a white? Some white pigment powder. And we will mix this up as best as we can. Okay, so I'm going to do white pigment powder and we'll do like 2 or 3 of these. There we go, that's better. Now I can reach it. It helps when you can reach what you're doing. Just saying. Okay, can we fix this up a bit? I'm just going to have to trim it up later. I think I'm just going to pour the rest into one of these because it's a big mold and I can get rid of all the rest of it. I'm just going to dump it in my little kitty cat mold here because it's just getting too messy to put in little molds. I kind of need something a little bigger that it's going to, you can just glob it into. Glob. It'll still cure, like it's fine. Not quite enough to fill the mold, but that's fine. I'm not going to bother scraping that anymore. I'm just going to clean up my mess. And we'll be back tomorrow when the stuff should be dry. Okay, so I'm back and everything has kind of cured. The next day, but these are still really super bendy, so they're gonna have to stay for a little while longer. And I feel like I had to completely readjust my color palette. I was aiming to do pinks and purples, but when I got these colors in here, I'm going like pinks and purples do not match this anymore, so I'm gonna have to do something else. So I looked through my sparkles and I found some nice pretty kind of fall colors that kind of match the colors that we have going on here. So these are the sparkles that I'm going to use, these ones. Then I have a nice red here, and I have these white ones. I'm going to have to pour more of these, so I'm going to have to demold these ones today, even if they're a little bendy still. They came out nice. Those are good. And even though when I poured these, my resin was really thick and goopy, they're still fine. They come out fine, right? Like this one, like they have a little bit of overpour because my resin was so thick I was having problems controlling where it went, but they're easy enough to clean up. They came out well. This one, so I'm going to make up, now remember this is just going to get a clear pour in it, which is fine. So I'm going to pour this first and then I will do these. I might have to make up some more for these. My goal is to make up 4 ounces and we'll see if that fills this. There was a little bit, the colors melded together a little bit here. There was a little bit where that, I don't know what the word is, merged together. Not the end of the world. I would have preferred it not to. If I wasn't making a video, I would have let each color cure before I did the next one, but I don't have time to do that to get this video out on Friday. So I am going to mix up some resin and I'll be right back. Alrighty. Okay, so I put my resin through the bubble machine. It's pretty clear. There's a few little bubbles still on the top, but they'll pop easily as they arise. And while I was waiting for that, I put my sparkles in my little containers so that I don't have to do any waiting. So we're gonna pour this now, and I hope you can see what I'm doing here. We're gonna pour this into our mold here. And actually, I am going to spritz it with a little bit of alcohol to start, and especially in the little ones, little places. So I will probably have to make up more resin. I kind of have a feeling this is going to take all 4 ounces, but we will find out, as I like to say. Oh yeah. Yeah, the big one alone is going to take 4 ounces. So the last bit can go in the little one. There's only enough for, yeah, not even enough to fill up this one, I don't think. We'll see when we scrape, scrape, scrape. It's not domed, so definitely can do with more in there. Okay, well that was almost enough for that one, I think. And again, I have to make sure everything gets into the little antenna, because the ones on these ones are really tiny. Yeah, the ones on the little ones are really super tiny, and there's bubbles in there, so I want to make sure I get resin in there and get the bubbles out. Okay. So I'm going to mix up another 4 ounces. And I'll be back when that's ready. Alright, we're back again, and I have mixed up 4 more ounces, which is about 110 milliliters. I only put it through for 5 minutes. It probably could, the bubble remover for 5 minutes, it probably could use a little more, but it's just tiny surface bubbles. I'm sure it'll be fine. Famous last words, right? I'm sure it'll be fine. So I'm just going to fill up the last tiny one here, which actually I did not put any alcohol spray in, just to help with the bubbles and whatnot. So let's get this filled up quickly here. I have to encourage it into those antenna again. Woo! Okay, that was a little quicker than I meant, but okay. It works. Alright, and let's get our little tool out here and double check that we're getting it into the antenna without bubbles. Yeah, there are a lot of surface bubbles on this one, but I think they'll be fine. They'll come to the surface and it won't be a big deal. Spritz that again too, just to be, yep. And we'll finish this up, get these domed up, and then we'll move on to the other little pieces. I think we can use a little bit more, but not too much, I don't think. Let's see. Let me take a look up close. This one's done. This one I think could use a drop more, but not too much. Okay. I'm just gonna let that sit for a little bit anyway, because I need the bubbles to come to the surface. So let's move a few things around here. Okay, and I'm gonna pour a little bit into each of these cups here. I don't know how much I'm going to need, but we'll fill up the cups and see what we have. Let's pop that one back over there for a sec. Get this one over here. Oops. Dripping resin. A little bit left in there in case I need any. All right, let's start with this one since it's in my hand. You can see in there. Just mixing it up a little bit. It's a nice dark red fine sparkle. So let's see. I'm going to need, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these, and I need 9. So I'm gonna have to have a couple doubles, which is fine. Let's see, let's do this one. Maybe that circle one. Start in the middle. And I'm pouring with my left hand again, which is very stupid because I am right-handed and I do not pour well with my left hand. You cannot say I'm ambidextrous at all. I mean, you could say it, but it wouldn't be true. I think it is. Definitely is now. Okay. And I over poured that a tiny bit, so I like to clean that up a bit before I move on. Right there. There we go. Okay. And wipe our stirring stick off. Okay, we'll do this one next. And stir up the color really well. That's a nice mica powder. Nice deep red color. I like that. That's a good, like, Christmassy color probably. Okay, clean off my stir stick before I set it down. Okay, and we'll do this one, maybe the big square one. These ones have the most resin, I think, so we'll try and do the big one in this one. Although even the big ones are not that big. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, well, that one's done. This one, it's kind of a greeny. I'm gonna need a smaller stick for that one. Those are smaller sticks, I think. It's kind of a greeny purple shifting sparkle glitter. There's enough in there. And now which one should we do that one? I think we'll do this little circle one, which has a little bit of something in it. There we go. Okay. Here we go. That's a tiny one. That is overflowing already. That took like nothing. All right, we have a lot of that one left, but I want to try some of these other ones first. No, I'm not ready for that yet. I need to stir it in yet first, so we'll do this one next. carefully in a very full cup. It's a pretty orange holographic there. Yeah, this, I totally, my plans for this have changed so much from the beginning. That's my life. I get an idea and then I change it. Sure, why not? Alright, anyway, that one's done. Let's do this next orange one. There we go. Nice orange glitter. Another rusty orange color. Let's see, which one should we do this one? Maybe this one? Kind of odd shaped one in the middle there. So our last color is kind of red, this red one here. And so we'll just start mixing it up. That looks good. Alrighty, hopefully you can see me doing that. I love how I think about it after the fact. So we'll do this one, this square one here. Now how are these looking? Are they all... I think this one could use a little bit of a touch more to dome it. So I'm just going to drop it in. Red one. This one looks like it could use a little more doming too. It also looks like it needs a little more stirring. A little drizzle. Okay, that's good. Actually, I think I'm going to demold this too because I noticed because I topped it with clear, it's got like, it's clear in the center. I'm not sure I want it that way, so I think I might repour that with, actually this red. I really quite like this red. But do I want another one of those in the solid red? I think if I do this, the solid red, I think that'll be okay. Whoa. Perfect, all in one go. Okay, so there's still more of that, that's fine. Okay. Now, I need 3 more. Which 3 colors do I want to do? Like this one is barely there, so I'm gonna do maybe this one in that color. Probably should have put more glitter in this one, but it was like, I don't have a whole lot of that glitter, so I didn't want to use it all, but I feel like this could have used more glitter in it, a bigger concentration. Oh, nope, that was too much. Too much. Take a little out. It's kind of, okay. And let me see, maybe another one of these. Okay. And do I want another red sparkly one? Or, yeah, I think I want another red sparkly one. I think we're good. All right, so I have to figure out what to do with my leftovers. And I know for one. So come back tomorrow to see what happens. When I was looking for molds to put my extras in, I found this little butterfly. And I realized this is the butterfly that goes with this. This butterfly, I have no idea where it came from, but because when I was looking at the little instructions for this, I don't know if I can grab it here. It's under all my micas and stuff that I use. So when I looked at this instructions, the little butterfly did not look the same as this mold. I had this mold came together with this. Like I said, it was a gift from a friend, so I think this mold came with it, whatever, they were stored together. So I assumed this was the butterfly mold for this. I'm going like, okay, the instructions are just weird. But no, apparently this is the butterfly. It's a little bit, just a little bit smaller. Anyway, so I was using up my extras, so I filled it with my extra, all the different sparkles are in here. So let's unmold this one, see what it looks like. And so this butterfly doesn't actually go with the set, but I think I'm going to use it anyway because I like it. Okay, so that's the little butterfly. It could use, has a little bit of overpour there. Here's my little one here. This one, a little bit of overpour right there. Just push it through and it comes out. So there's the little butterfly. And then we'll go for the big one. Like, I love this butterfly. It is beautiful. I think it turned out really well. And so I'd like to use it for my look at that side. That's the top side. And that's the bottom side. Okay. I would like to use this butterfly for my wind chime. I think it came out beautiful. It needs a little tiny bit of trimming up on the antenna. I think it's beautiful. I'd want to use it, so I think I will use it, even though technically it's not meant for that. I don't know what it is meant for, but I'm going like, like if this mold is not part of the wind chime, this could be some sort of tray or coaster maybe, but then what are the little ones for? Like, they're too small to be coasters. Like, sometimes I don't understand what these are meant to be used for. Maybe these are meant to make sun catchers, and you dangle them from each other. I mean, that would work too. I think there was a little bit of bubble in this antenna in the little one, and a little bit of overpour here that I'm trying to take care of here. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. So yeah, I don't know what this mold is actually for, but we're going to use it for my wind chimes. It's just what it's going to be. Whether that was its original intended purpose or not. So there's the other little one. And did I show a close up of the big one? The big one. I don't think I have any real bubbles in it. It looks pretty good. This side, it could use a little edge trimming. If I am using it for my, see, I was thinking it could hang like this, and then the wind chime could hang off of here, and it would be really pretty. Like, wind chime hang down off here. And these can go on as extra little wind chimey thingies, but I will have to drill holes in that. This was, I re-poured the center disc. I think that looks looks much better than the one with the clear in the middle. This is our disc to hold the strings. This is the other ring to hold the strings. I like that color. And then these are some of our little, I don't know what you would call them. Yeah, I was worried about that. My glitter all sank. I mean, it looks okay. Not too worried about it. Ooh, these two really. And that's still quite soft. Oh dear. Oh dear, these two linked together. Let's see, this one. That one came out nice. And the square one. But yeah, all my resin, I don't know if you can see, there's like a layer of clear on top of the layer of sparkle. I do have Elmer's glue, but I don't have white Elmer's glue, so I don't know if it would. I'm assuming you all know about the Elmer's glue trick that if you put a little drop of Elmer's glue in your resin when it's liquid, obviously, it will suspend glitter and help it to stay suspended, but it's supposed to be the clear Elmer's glue that does that, and I only have the white Elmer's glue. I've heard that the white can work, but I've also seen where it doesn't. So like it does, technically it works, but it can cloudy the resin. So while it works, it doesn't work well, or it doesn't work neatly. Okay, so I have here the other pieces I made the other day. That one looks weird. It has, yeah, see, I remade it as this, and I think I like this much better. I think I'm gonna use this one. This one can just go in my useless box. Okay, so these are all the pieces that we have. We have a few white pieces. We have a few red pieces. I think I have more pieces than I need. And these are the tubes that are supposed to chime. I don't know how good of a chime these things make. Let's see. Okay, let's see what kind of... Okay, that's kind of pretty. Light and high and pretty. Then we have the fishing wire, or the clear string, whatever. Some beads, if we want to add beads, and some little, I don't know what they're, clampy beady things. So step 1, cut 5 equal lengths crystal wires, pass them through 10 holes, and pass them through the positioning bead. Squeeze it with pliers. Same color is the same line as shown in the figure. Does that make any sense to you guys? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But I think what we're supposed to do is, okay, cut 5 equal things, and then we put them through 5 of these, and then we use the little beads to stop them from coming, these little things, stop it from coming back through the holes. Except these little things, well, they fit in the holes. I'm not sure they can stop anything. Well, we'll start with cutting 5 equal bits, if I can find the beginning. Here's the beginning. So how long should this be? Like, it doesn't say how long, it just says equal. 5 equal lengths and pass them through 10 holes. Okay, so we go up one, like come up like this, and then they go into this. What? It has another ring here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it has 6 thingies. What? We're gonna have to wing it, guys. So let's do, let's see. Like that. Hi, this is VoiceOver Sparkle Pixie here. I found this project really difficult and fiddly. The fish wire type strings were really difficult for me to handle. With my hands, they don't work the way they used to. The instructions that came with it were really bad. I spent like I had to cut out swaths of video where I was just sitting there staring at the instructions, trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do with this. And I persevered, and I have some sort of wind chime, but it was really difficult to film as well because every time I laid it down, the strings would all tangle, and then I'd have to untie them. Literally, they'd tie themselves in knots. So I ended up trying to dangle it and work on it at the same time under the camera, but because my setup is for top down, that really didn't work. So often, like, most of the video is just to the back of my hands as I'm trying to tie a knot, and you can't actually see what I'm doing. So for the rest of this video, it's just going to be quick clips, speeded up, of me trying to assemble this wind chime. And then at the end, we'll get some pictures and you'll see what I have. Thanks. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave this here. Any more I feel would make it kind of too busy. Like, it has 5 crystals and 3 butterflies, and the big crystal at the bottom and the little bead in the middle and the wind chimes. And I feel like anything more and it starts getting busy and messy. So I'm going to, I'll use these, make pendants or something out of them at some later date. Nothing goes to waste here. It'll get used for something. So if you have any hints or tips on how to put together a wind chime, please leave them in the description below, because that was insane. Like, that was a very stressful several hours. Like, it took me like 3 hours to put that together, I think, because yeah, it just did. So with that, I'm going to clean up my mess, and I will see you next week. So be sure to spread a little sparkle this week, and remember to be kind to yourself and others. We all need it. And I'll see you next Friday. Bye.